The Genesis Project, Chapter 1, The Dying Light. The stars weren't as bright as they used to be. Anya Petrova, her eyes squinting against the harsh glare of the research station's monitors, knew this more than anyone. The universe, once a vibrant tapestry of light and energy, was slowly fading. Data streams flickered across her screens, each line a grim reminder of the relentless decay that was eating away at the very fabric of existence. Another dip in the energy readings, she muttered to herself, her fingers tracing the downward slopes on the graphs. Anya, a young astrophysicist with a mop of unruly brown hair and eyes that sparkled with an insatiable curiosity, had been studying the phenomenon for years. The universe was dying and no one knew why. Her research station, a lonely outpost orbiting a dying star, was Anya's sanctuary. Here, surrounded by the hum of machinery and the vast expanse of space, she could lose herself in the mysteries of the cosmos. But lately, the weight of her discoveries had begun to wear on her. The universe was her home, her passion, and watching it wither away felt like a personal betrayal. "Anya, got a minute?" Dr. Elias Voronov's gruff voice crackled through the intercom, pulling Anya from her thoughts. Voronov, her mentor and the station's chief scientist, was a grizzled veteran of countless research expeditions. His weathered face and piercing blue eyes held the wisdom of a man who had seen more of the universe than most. Anya pushed back from her console and made her way to Voronov's office. The old scientist sat hunched over a holographic projection of a star cluster, his brow furrowed in concentration. He looked up as Anya entered, a flicker of concern in his eyes. "What is it, Elias?" Anya asked, her voice laced with a hint of worry. Voronov gestured towards the projection. "Take a look at this," he said, his voice grave. Anya leaned in, studying the holographic image. The star cluster, once a brilliant jewel in the galactic crown, now appeared dim and lifeless. Several stars had already winked out of existence, their light extinguished by the inexorable march of entropy. "It's accelerating," Voronov said, his words hanging heavy in the air. "The decay, it's spreading faster than we predicted." Anya's heart sank. The implications of Voronov's words were devastating. If the energy decay continued at this rate, the universe would be plunged into darkness within a matter of centuries. Life as they knew it would cease to exist. "We have to find a way to stop it," Anya said, her voice filled with a newfound determination. "There has to be a solution." Voronov nodded slowly. "I believe there is," he said, a cryptic smile playing on his lips. "Follow me." He led Anya down a winding corridor to a hidden laboratory, sealed off from the rest of the station. Inside, bathed in the eerie glow of holographic displays, was a strange device unlike anything Anya had ever seen. It pulsed with a faint energy, a beacon of hope in the encroaching darkness. "This," Voronov said, his voice filled with reverence, "is the Genesis Protocol." Chapter 2, A New Dawn. Anya gasped as her eyes snapped open, a harsh light momentarily blinding her. She blinked rapidly, trying to adjust to the sudden brightness. Gone was the sterile white of the cryochamber, replaced by a room bathed in soft, warm light. Sleek, unfamiliar technology hummed around her, the air filled with a gentle, almost musical whirring. "Welcome back, Anya Petrova," a smooth, androgynous voice echoed through the room. "It has been 487 years, 3 months and 12 days since you entered stasis." Anya bolted upright, her heart pounding. "Elias," she called out, her voice raspy from disuse. "Dr. Voronov is no longer with us," the voice replied, "but he left a message for you." A holographic image flickered to life, showing a much older Voronov, his face lined with age, but his eyes still twinkling with that familiar spark of curiosity. "Anya, if you're seeing this, it means the Genesis Protocol worked," he said, his voice warm and reassuring. "Humanity has not only survived, but thrived. We've spread to the stars, built a civilization beyond our wildest dreams." Anya's breath caught in her throat. "We did it," she whispered, a wave of relief washing over her. "But it hasn't been easy," Voronov continued. "There have been challenges, conflicts, and new threats. The universe is a vast and dangerous place, Anya. But humanity is strong, resilient, and now you're back to help us face the future." The hologram flickered out, leaving Anya alone with her thoughts. She swung her legs over the side of the bed, her bare feet touching the cool, smooth floor. The room was luxurious, filled with unfamiliar objects that hinted at a level of technological advancement far beyond anything she had known. As she explored her new surroundings, Anya was met by a series of automated attendants, sleek and silent machines that catered to her every need. They provided her with clothing, food, and information, filling her in on the centuries she had missed. Humanity had indeed risen to become a major power in the galaxy, colonizing countless worlds and establishing a vast interstellar empire. The Genesis Protocol had not only reversed the energy decay, but had also unlocked new sources of energy, propelling human technology to unimaginable heights. But Anya soon learned that peace and prosperity had not come without a cost. Humanity had encountered new alien civilizations, some friendly, some hostile. Wars had been fought, alliances forged, and betrayals suffered. The universe, it seemed, was still a dangerous and unpredictable place. Anya felt a growing sense of unease. She had slept through centuries of history, awakening to a universe she barely recognized. The weight of her legend, the expectations placed upon her by a civilization that revered her as a savior, felt overwhelming. She stepped out onto a balcony overlooking a sprawling cityscape, bathed in the light of a binary star system. Gleaming towers reached for the sky, while sleek air cars zipped between them, leaving trails of light in their wake. "This is our future," a voice said behind her. Anya turned to see a tall, elegant woman with silver hair and piercing blue eyes. She wore a flowing robe adorned with intricate patterns, her bearing exuding authority and confidence. "Director Kayla Vesper," the woman said, extending a hand. "Welcome to the new dawn, Anya Petrova. Humanity has been waiting for you." Chapter 3. Shadows of Doubt. The cityscape sprawled out below, a dizzying tapestry of lights and towering structures that seemed to pierce the very heavens. Anya stood beside Director Vesper on the observation deck of the Citadel, the heart of the New Dawn government. The hum of the city reached them even at this height, a constant reminder of the vibrant life that pulsed through this new human civilization. "It's breathtaking," Anya admitted, a sense of awe in her voice. Yet a nagging unease lingered within her. "It is," Vesper agreed, her gaze sweeping across the panorama. "But beauty can be deceiving. Our ascent has not been without its challenges." Anya turned to face the director, her brow furrowed. "What challenges?" Vesper's eyes narrowed. "Not everyone is pleased with humanity's newfound power," she explained. "There are those who fear it, who believe it's unnatural, even dangerous." The ascendancy, Anya realized, recalling the information she had gleaned from the archives. A faction of genetically enhanced humans, they had arisen in the wake of the Genesis Protocol's activation, their augmented abilities granting them a position of influence and power within the new society. "They see you as a threat," Vesper continued, her voice barely above a whisper. "A relic from a bygone era, a reminder of a time before their ascension." Anya's unease deepened. She had come back to a universe where humanity had achieved greatness, but it seemed she had also stepped into a hornet's nest of political intrigue and simmering resentments. "But there are others who see you as a beacon of hope," Vesper added, her voice softening. "Those who believe in the promise of the Genesis Protocol, who trust in your wisdom and experience." Anya nodded slowly, a glimmer of determination appearing in her eyes. She had not returned to this new world to be a pawn in someone else's game. She had a duty to fulfill, a legacy to protect. "I want to meet with the Ascendancy," Anya declared. "I want to understand their concerns, to show them that we can work together for the good of all humanity." Vesper smiled, a hint of admiration in her eyes. "That's the spirit I remember," she said. "I'll arrange a meeting, but be warned, Anya. Not all of them will welcome you with open arms." As Anya prepared for her encounter with the Ascendancy, a sense of foreboding settled over her. She couldn't shake the feeling that there were other darker forces at play in this brave new world. Her fears were confirmed when a cryptic message arrived, encrypted and routed through a series of untraceable relays. It was from an unknown source, but the message was clear. "The Genesis Protocol is not safe. We are coming for it." Anya's heart pounded in her chest. The consortium, the shadowy organization that had hunted her and Dr. Voronov centuries ago, was still out there lurking in the shadows. Their greed for the Genesis Protocol had not diminished with time. A new threat loomed on the horizon, one that could shatter the fragile peace that humanity had fought so hard to achieve. Anya knew she had to act to protect her legacy and the future of her people. But first, she had to face the ascendancy and win their trust. The fate of humanity might very well depend on it. Chapter 4. A Bridge Between Worlds. The Ascendancy Council chamber was a stark contrast to the sleek modernity of the Citadel. Its walls were adorned with intricate carvings, the air heavy with the scent of exotic incense. Anya stood before the assembled council members, their eyes fixed on her with a mixture of curiosity, suspicion, and disdain. Kestrel, the young leader of the Ascendancy, sat at the head of the table, his posture rigid, his eyes narrowed. "Anya Petrova," he began, his voice a low growl, "the legend herself. To what do we owe this unexpected honor?" Anya met his gaze with a calm confidence. "I come in peace, Kestrel," she said, her voice clear and steady. "I seek understanding, cooperation, and a shared vision for the future of humanity." A murmur of surprise rippled through the council members. Kestrel leaned forward, his eyes glinting with interest. "Peace," he echoed. "From the woman who brought the Genesis Protocol, the catalyst for our evolution, the same woman who now threatens to disrupt the balance we have achieved?" "The Genesis Protocol is not a threat," Anya retorted. "It is a tool, a gift, a means to elevate humanity to new heights." A skeptical laugh erupted from one of the council members. "A gift?" he scoffed. "It has created a rift in our society, a division between the enhanced and the unenhanced. It has given you power beyond measure, while the rest of us struggle to keep up." Anya's heart sank. The divisions within human society ran deeper than she had realized. The Ascendancy, with their enhanced abilities, saw themselves as the next step in human evolution, while others viewed them with fear and resentment. "I understand your concerns," Anya said, her voice sincere. "But the Genesis Protocol is not meant to divide us. It is meant to unite us, to unlock our full potential as a species." She turned to Kestrel, her eyes locking with his. "You are a leader, Kestrel," she said. "You have the power to bridge this divide, to bring humanity together. Will you join me in this endeavor?" Kestrel studied Anya for a long moment, his expression unreadable. Then a slow smile spread across his face. "Perhaps," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "Perhaps we can find common ground, Anya Petrova. But first you must prove to me that your intentions are pure." A wave of relief washed over Anya. She had found a crack in the Ascendancy's armor, a glimmer of hope for unity. But she knew that the road ahead would be long and arduous. She would have to navigate the treacherous waters of politics, build trust with those who doubted her, and face the lurking threat of the consortium. But Anya was not afraid. She had the Genesis Protocol, the power of 1,000 suns coursing through her veins, and she had the unwavering belief that humanity, united, could overcome any obstacle, any threat. The future was uncertain, but Anya was determined to forge a new path, a path towards a brighter tomorrow for all humankind. Chapter 5. The Fires of Rebirth. The consortium's hidden base was a twisted labyrinth of metal and shadow, nestled deep within a desolate asteroid field. Anya stood at the edge of the abyss, the Genesis Protocol humming within her, its energy a beacon in the darkness. Kestrel stood beside her, his augmented eyes scanning the terrain, his enhanced senses picking up the faintest whispers of the enemy's presence. "They're waiting for us," he said, his voice a low growl. "They know we're coming." Anya nodded, her gaze fixed on the dark maw of the base's entrance. "Let them come," she said, her voice unwavering. "We are ready for them." With a shared nod, they plunged into the abyss, their footsteps echoing through the cavernous corridors. The consortium's defenses were formidable. Automated turrets, energy shields, and genetically engineered warriors bred for combat. But Anya and Kestrel fought with a fury born of desperation, their combined skills a whirlwind of energy and precision. Anya, her body glowing with the Genesis Protocol's power, unleashed blasts of pure energy, vaporizing turrets and disintegrating shields. Kestrel, his augmented strength and agility enhanced by the Protocol's influence, tore through the enemy ranks, his blades a blur of silver death. The battle raged through the twisting corridors, each step a struggle against overwhelming odds. But Anya and Kestrel were not alone. Behind them, the ascendancy surged forward, their initial hesitation replaced by a fierce determination to protect their newfound home. Kestrel, deflecting a laser blast with his blade, caught Anya's eye. "They're fighting for you," he shouted over the din of battle. "They believe in you, Anya. They believe in us." A wave of warmth surged through Anya. The ascendancy, once distrustful and suspicious, had finally rallied to her cause. She realized then that her return had not only awakened humanity's potential, but had also sparked a flame of unity that could not be extinguished. The battle reached its climax in the heart of the consortium's base, a vast chamber where a pulsating energy core thrummed with malevolent power. Surrounded by the last of their defenders, the consortium's leaders stood defiant, their faces contorted with rage and desperation. "You cannot defeat us," their leader snarled, his voice amplified by the chamber's acoustics. "The Genesis Protocol belongs to us. It is our birthright." Anya stepped forward, her voice ringing out with righteous fury. "The Genesis Protocol is not a weapon to be hoarded or misused," she declared. "It is a gift, a catalyst for change, a beacon of hope for all sentient beings. You will not pervert its purpose any longer." With a surge of power, Anya unleashed the full might of the Genesis Protocol. Energy crackled around her, arcing and swirling like a living storm. The consortium's defenses buckled under the onslaught, their technology failing, their warriors crumbling. Kestrel, his blades glowing with energy, struck the final blow, severing the connection between the energy core and the base's life support systems. The chamber plunged into darkness, the consortium's reign of terror brought to an end. As the last echoes of the battle faded, Anya and Kestrel stood amidst the wreckage, their breaths ragged, their bodies bruised but unbroken. The Genesis Protocol pulsed within them, its energy a testament to their victory. The ascendancy gathered around them, their faces etched with relief and gratitude. Anya looked into their eyes and saw not just acceptance, but also respect and admiration. She had bridged the gap between them, forged a bond of unity in the crucible of battle. A new chapter in humanity's story had begun, one filled with hope, resilience, and the promise of a brighter future. Chapter 6, The Tapestry of Tomorrow. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with a kaleidoscope of colors. Anya stood on the balcony of the newly rebuilt citadel, the cool evening breeze carrying the sounds of celebration from the city below. The victory over the consortium had ignited a wave of hope and optimism across the human worlds. Kestrel joined her, his eyes reflecting the fiery hues of the sunset. "A new dawn indeed," he murmured, his voice tinged with a hint of awe. Anya turned to face him, a soft smile gracing her lips. "We did it," she said, her voice filled with quiet pride. "Together, we saved humanity." Kestrel nodded, his gaze lingering on the cityscape. "But our work is far from over," he said. "The wounds of the past run deep. There is still mistrust, resentment, and fear." Anya reached out, her hand gently resting on his arm. "But there is also hope," she reminded him. "We have shown that unity is possible, that together we can achieve great things." Kestrel looked at her, his eyes searching hers. "You have changed us, Anya," he said softly. "You have awakened something within us, a sense of purpose, a belief in our shared destiny." Anya's heart swelled with a mix of joy and determination. She had not only saved humanity from destruction, but had also helped to heal the divisions that threatened to tear it apart. "The Genesis Protocol is not just a tool," she said, her voice filled with conviction. "It is a symbol of our potential, a reminder that we are capable of so much more than we ever imagined." Kestrel nodded in agreement. "We will use it wisely," he promised. "We will build a future where all humans, enhanced or not, can thrive together." Together they watched as the city lights twinkled to life, a constellation of hope against the backdrop of the vast cosmos. The Genesis Protocol, once a source of conflict and fear, was now a beacon of unity and progress. In the weeks and months that followed, Anya worked tirelessly alongside Kestrel and the Ascendancy to forge a new path for humanity. They established a council where all voices, enhanced and unenhanced, could be heard. They invested in education and scientific research, unlocking new technologies that improved the lives of all citizens. They reached out to other alien civilizations, building alliances and fostering cooperation. Anya's legend grew not as a savior but as a leader, a unifier, a symbol of what humanity could achieve when it embraced its differences and worked towards a common goal. The Genesis Protocol, her legacy, became synonymous with peace, progress, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. The universe was still vast and filled with dangers, but Anya knew that humanity was ready to face them. With the Genesis Protocol as their guide and the Ascendancy as their allies, they would forge a new legacy, one of unity, hope, and the relentless pursuit of a brighter tomorrow. The tapestry of the future was being woven, thread by thread, and Anya, with her wisdom and unwavering belief in humanity, was at the heart of it all.